Welcome back to Ash Footy TV. This is another episode of Club by Club post reviews for 2013. Tonight's story, we're going to go through the Essendon season of 2013. But before we do, let's get it started. Welcome to tonight's story about Essendon's 2013 season. It was a season from hell for the Essendon Footy Club. From February the 5th to August the 31st, Essendon came under investigation for in terms of drugs used at the club. By August 26th to 27th, the AFL and the Essendon Footy Club came to an agreement that James Hird was going to get a 12-month suspended sentence, so unable to coach for 12 months, and also put Essendon back into ninth position. No doubt that Essendon were in the top four up until around about round 19. So that put Essendon's season on ice. The last 6 games they lost 5 out of those 6. The season was coming to an end pretty quickly. The captain of the club, Joe Watson, held up pretty well during the season, and he copped criticism when he was over in Perth against West Coast. They were booing him, being a footy fanatic. That was pretty disappointing from the crowd over at Perth. He's been a brilliant player, Brownlow medalist in 2012, and led the club Essendon over the last 2 to 3 years. So he's worked hard to get to where he is. So credit to him. Hopefully they come back in 2014 and blitz the competition, because they've got the cattle there, and now Mark Thompson's in charge of the players, so he'll get them in a right frame of mind and in the correct environment for the young players, and also the older players as well that are leading by example. The most disappointing game for Essendon was the game against the Brisbane Lions back in round 8. Up until then, they were 7-1 in the competition. I think they was second or third on the ladder. So that was the first week that they came under investigation. Another game that came to mind was when they played Collingwood on the Sunday, round about towards the middle of the season. They pretty much got destroyed in that game. It was basically by nearly 100 points. So that was probably the first most disappointing game for Essendon. The most exciting game for Essendon was when they actually beat Collingwood on Anzac Day, which Joe Watson was one of the better players, but David Zaharakis was man of the match, got the Anzac medal, and they went on to win by convincing around about 50 points. So, in a nutshell, the Essendon Footy Club, that's season 2013 was probably the most season from hell for the club and in the entire history, and they should bounce back to get back into the finals and maybe go top 4 this year. So that's a real story that that comes to mind for the Essendon Footy Club. You know, telling these stories, you sort of think back that 2013 was an awesome year, but in terms of the ups and downs, Essendon as a footy club was probably the worst out of a lot. Not comparing other teams in the competition, but yeah, that this footy club was probably the most disappointing. You've been watching Ash Footy TV. Would love feedback on your on the videos that I'm uploading on YouTube, my YouTube channel. I would love Twitter comments, anything that you know, as a team to improve. So yeah, keep enjoying your football, and I'll see you next time on another edition of Club by Club Post Reviews.